Hello students, today let us learn the next selection construct, that is if-else statement. So if-else statement is the extension of the simple if statement which we discussed in the previous class. So the syntax of if-else statement is shown here. If test expression or the condition, if this expression is true, then the statements of if block are executed. If the expression is false, then it skips this block of statements and it goes to the else block and executes the statements in the else. If block is also called as true block and else block is also called as the false block. After executing if block or else block, the control will be transferred to the statements outside the if-else blocks. The syntax of if-else statement is shown in the form of flowchart on this slide. We have the test expression. When this expression is true, then it follows this path and executes the block of statements which are present here, and after executing this, it comes to the statements outside the if statement. If the test expression is false, then it follows this path and other block of statements is executed, and then the control will be transferred to the external statements. This is how the if-else statement works. These are some examples of if-else statement. In simple if statement, we had taken example of calculating bonus. There we had assumed that employees who have the experience of more than 15 years, they get the bonus 5,000 and others do not get the bonus. Here we are assuming that the employees whose experience is more than 15 years, they should get the bonus 5,000 and others should get the bonus 2,000. So here we need to use the if-else statement. If the experience is more than 15, bonus will be initialized to 5,000. Else, if the experience is less than 15 years, then bonus will be initialized to 2,000. In this example, it checks whether the number is even or odd. As we have discussed in previous classes, to check whether the number is even or odd, we check the remainder. If the remainder, when we divide the number by 2, if the remainder is 0, the number is even, otherwise the number is odd. So here, to check the remainder, we are using the expression num mod 2. It calculates the remainder. For example, if num is 8, if the number is 8, 8 mod 2 will return the result 0. So this 0 is equal to 0. Double equal to checks whether these two values or expressions are equal. If they are equal, if they are same, it returns true. So in this case, when number is 8, this expression will be true because the remainder is equal to 0. So the condition becomes true, so it executes the true block or if block. So in this block we have the printf statement, number is even. If the number entered is 9 mod 2 will return the result 1. So 1 is not equal to 0. So the expression becomes false. When the expression is false, it goes to else block, that is the false block, where we have the statement printf number is odd. So you can see here we have not included flower brackets. The reason is that if in a block, if there is only one statement, then the flower brackets are optional. But suppose if a block contains two or more statements, in that case we need to give the flower brackets. Let us see another example of if-else statement. So this is the algorithm and flowchart to find the largest of two numbers. Here we are comparing two numbers A and B. If A is greater than B, we are printing A is large, otherwise we are printing B is large. It is shown in the form of flowchart. Start, read A comma B. So A and B are the two numbers. Here we are checking the condition if A greater than B. If A greater than B, it goes here, it prints A is large. If A is not greater than B, it goes here and it prints B is large. For example, suppose A is 20 and B is 10. Condition becomes true, so it follows this path and it prints A is large. Whereas if A is 20 and B is 100, in this case A greater than B will be false and it prints B is large. This is how this if-else statement works. So let us design some of these programs using C language. This is the program which we had discussed in the previous class, where we had used simple if statement. Now in this case the criteria is changed to calculate the bonus. Here we are assuming that if experience is more than 15 years, then the bonus should be 5,000, and if it is less than 15 years, then bonus should be 2,000. So here we can make use of if-else statement. True block we already have, that is if experience is more than 15 years, bonus should be 5,000. If it is less, then it goes to else block, and here we have the statement bonus is equal to 2,000. So this is the if-else statement. Let us compile, save and execute the program. Let me give the salary as 15,000 and the experience is 12. In this case, the total salary is 17,000. That is, employee is getting the bonus of 2,000. If the salary is 15,000 and experience is 18, in this case experience is greater than more than 15 years, so employee will get the bonus of 5,000, and so the total salary is 20,000. So in this program, suppose if you give the salary 50,000 and experience is 12, total salary is displayed as a negative value. The reason is we have declared all the variables of type integer. If we enter the salary as 50,000, then it exceeds the value which an integer variable can hold. If it is above the range of integer, then you may get the result as a negative value. An integer variable can hold the value in the range minus 32,768 up to 32,767. So to avoid this, we can declare salary, total salary and bonus as long integer. So let me change the data type of this as long int. Experience, we can take it as integer because it will be a smaller value which an integer variable can hold. So when we select the data type as long int, the format specifier for the salary should be %LD. As experience, we have take it as integer, %D will be used. And even while printing the total salary, the format specifier should be changed as LD for long integer. Now let me save and execute this program. If the salary is 50,000 and experience is 12, the employee will get 2,000 bonus. So the salary of employee will be 52,000. Now let us do the next program, that is program to check whether the number is even or odd. So even numbers are those numbers which are divisible by 2 and which are not divisible by 2 are called as odd numbers. So in this program we are taking only one variable, that is n, which stores the number which we want to check for even or odd. Clear the screen, CLR SCR statement, printf, enter number. It prints the message, enter number on the screen. Number will be read and it will be stored into the variable n by using the scanf statement, scanf %d ampersand n. So once the number is stored into the variable, we can check whether it is even or odd. So for that we have to check whether it is divisible by 2 or not. For this we check the condition n mod 2. N mod 2, mod returns the remainder when n is divided by 2. Whatever remainder is calculated will be returned by this mod operator. If the number taken is 8, 8 mod 2 will generate the output as 0. 2 4 is 8, 8 minus 8 is 0, and here it will be compared with 0 by using this double equal to operator. This is the equal to operator which compares whether both these values are equal or not. So in case of 8, the condition will be true as 0 is equal to 0. So it goes to the true block, that is if block, and it prints the message n is even on the screen. If the value entered by the user is 5, 5 mod 2 will generate the result 1. 1 is not equal to 0, condition is false, so it goes to else and it prints n is odd. This is how we can check whether the given number is even or odd. Let us compile the program and then execute it. it asks us to enter a number. Let me give it as 8. So in this case, it prints the message n is even. Run it once again. Let me give the value 5. In this case, as it is not completely divisible by 2, it prints n is odd. At the place of n, if we want to print the value which is stored in n, that is, if number entered is 5, it has to display 5 is odd. If number entered is 10, 10 is even. In that case, we have to make some changes in the printf statement, and the changes are, as we want to display value stored in the variable n, as we have done in the previous programs. Here we have to use %d. %d is even. At the place of %d, we want to display the value which is stored in n. So after double quotes, give a comma and give the variable n. Here also we can give %d is odd. After double quotes, give the variable n, so that at the place of %d, it prints the value which is stored in n. So with these changes, let us execute the program. If I give the number 13, it displays 13 is odd. In the similar way, if I give the value 46, it prints 46 is even. Okay, let us do another program, that is program to find largest of 2. So the program is present in this large2.c file, which I have already designed. Let me open the file. So this is the program to find largest of 2 numbers. After hash include, void main, and then the main function starts. Here we require 2 values, 2 numbers. So we have taken here 2 variables, a comma b, and the data type we have taken is int. Clear the screen by using clr statement. Next, printf, which prompts the user to enter 2 numbers. Scanf, once the numbers are entered by the user, those will be saved into the variable a and b. For that, the scanf statement is used. Scanf %d 2 times, because we are reading 2 numbers. %d because the data type is integer. %a, it specifies that the first number should be stored at the location whose name given is a. %b specifies that the second number should be stored in the variable b. So we have the values in a and b. Now you can check which is large by checking the condition if a greater than b. If this is true, if a is greater than b, if first number is greater than the second number, printf a is large. If the condition is false, then it goes to else and it prints b is large. Now here also, as we have done in the previous program of even and odd, let us display the values instead of the variable names. In that case, we have to use the printf statement as printf %d is large, So in this statement we want to print whose value? The value which is stored in A, because if this condition is true, A is large. So here we will be giving A, and in else part in the printf statement %d is large. So when it comes here, which is large? B is large. Second number is large. So B. Let us save it, compile and execute. Let us give the numbers 67 and 42. In this case, it goes to true block, if block, because condition is true, A is greater than B. So it prints 67 is large. Let us execute once again. Let me give the values as 46, 89. In this case, it goes to else part and it displays B is large, that is 89 is large. So this is how if-else statement works. So practice all the programs which we have discussed. In next class, we will learn how to use nested if statement.